this. And as a non-politician, I could do it. And I will tell you, I was called by a lot of politicians that I was surprised at, literally begging me not to do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. And because, you know, the Big Pharma is by far the #1 lobbyist paying group in the country, and people are loyal to Big Pharma, and I'm all for Big Pharma, but this is a tremendous, this will be a tremendous drop. So between transparency and what I just did with respect to favored nations, that means if Germany pays 10 cents and we're paying $2.50, we go down to 10 cents. That's a number that nobody's even thought of. And what will happen is they'll have to pay more, and we're going to have to pay much, much less. Like numbers, and it could be 70, 80%. So we're not talking about games. And nobody had the courage to sign it. A lot of people didn't even know about it. A lot of people. So I appreciate very much you saying. And it may be that transparency is even more important than that.
I think it is, because transparency is the basis for markets, and that's the basis also for trust. Right now, you don't have the right to know what something costs before you buy it. If airlines follow the same model as hospitals and insurers do, you wouldn't know the price of your airline ticket until after you landed, because they don't know how full the flight's going to be. They don't know how much gas they're going to have, fuel they're going to have to spend. So, but every other business manages to do their average pricing. Hospitals know their average prices. That's how they sell so quickly when somebody's buying a hospital. Right. They're just not sharing it.
It's so great. It's so great. And let's see, voters. Well, that's interesting. See, you just.
Jimmy,
no, this is very.
This again?
No, but can I tell you that? No, I think it's great that you're doing. We're talking about something that you know a lot about, and it does pretend. It does really pretend to exactly what you're doing. I think it's terrific. You know, we did one other thing that is so important. Pharmacies, they didn't have to give any information. You go in for a pill, and the pharmacy gives you this crazy price. And you can't price it, you can't go around, you can't do anything. I ended that practice. I said, what do you mean you can't negotiate? You didn't even have the right to negotiate. I ended that and was met with a hail of storm. Everything I do, I get met with a hail of storm. But you know what? I do the right thing. I do the right thing for the people. I don't need Big Pharma. They don't help me. They help a lot of other people, but they don't help me. I'm doing the right thing for the country. And let's see whether or not people realize it. They're spending millions and millions of dollars on negative ads on me. And you see, it's Big Pharma. Unlimited money. I mean, they have so much money. They have unlimited money. And let's see. But I think when people see Big Pharma taking ads on me that I'm such a bad person, what it means, and I hope they understand that, it means drug prices are going down. Caitlin, go ahead.
Do you want to respond to Michelle Obama's speech last night where she said that you're in over your head and the wrong president?
Yeah, no, she was over her head, and frankly, she should have made the speech live, which she didn't do. She taped it, and it was not only taped, it was taped a long time ago because she had the wrong deaths. She didn't even mention the vice presidential candidate in the speech, and you know, she gets these fawning reviews. If you gave a real review, it wouldn't be so fawning. I thought it was a very divisive speech, extremely divisive. We have a tremendous amount of enthusiasm for my campaign because of things like we're talking about now, drug prices and drug cuts and transparency with hospitals and doctors that are going to lower bills by 50%, 70%. You're talking about numbers that are incredible. There's a procedure, I won't mention what it is, but there's a procedure where one hospital was charging $2,500, another hospital was charging $32 for the exact same procedure, using the exact same kit, and the people weren't able to go around and even have that option. And it was the exact same. In fact, we did a study, and the one for $32 actually did a better job.